Welcome to Visual Learning with Coach Mikey. Today we'll be talking about how does the central processing unit talk? So this lesson's quite different. Go ahead and grab a pen and paper and follow along, and we'll learn how a central processing unit can talk. Before we even start, let's think. How does the central processing unit talk? What do we already know? Maybe you can write anything you want here. It's the brains of a computer. It's the insides, the inner working. Well, it does a lot of talking. Now, I want you to think of a question. It can be any kind of question you want. Maybe if I W or how. I think I'm going to do how. How does a CPU talk? What exactly is the way that it does it? And we'll learn in a simplified way how central processing units can talk. Okay, let's continue. Like I said earlier, let's get out a pen and paper. So I'm going to draw on the right side of the screen over here. Let's get a box. So I've got like a rectangle. So let's divide it in half. Now on the left side, I want you to draw a CPU chip, just like the one here. And I'm definitely not the best artist, so I'll kind of do something similar to it, but yeah, you can do whatever you want. And you know, it has all these connections. So a central processing unit chip looks like that. Now on the right-hand side, I want you to draw a box. We're going to pretend that you are a central processing unit. On the very top of your box, draw yourself. Well, that looks pretty good. Okay. So step 2 is done. We drew ourselves at the top of the box. Visualize yourself as a processing chip. Okay, let's continue to the next task. Oops. This should be like that. Okay, that's why I didn't see it. So yeah, so I'm at the top of the box here. Great, it looks better. Okay, let's go to task 3. Now, I want you to draw some lights, kind of like a light bulb. So it'll look like this. Let's draw 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not the best looking ones. Kind of look like some mushrooms. Okay. Next, I want you to draw some 1s and 0s above those. So, I mean, it doesn't matter how many. Let's do like 1 and then 0 and then 1 and then 0. So we are talking to these light bulbs over here. We're telling them when they should be on and when they should be off. Okay, let's go to the next task. Well, everything's a little funny. Let me just move it down. Okay. Now, let's move it over here. I want you to draw 4 more bulbs. These bulbs are going to be outside of the CPU. So outside of your box, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I want you to match the 1s and 0s that you see on these bulbs. So if this one is 1, it'll look like that. And if this is 0, and then 1, and then 0. So that means that, let's get some color. If this is turned on, then this one is turned on. This one is not because it's a 0. This one, however, is. And if we look at the diagram over there, we're going to add some speech. So this is our little person right here. And they're going to say like, hey guys, come on, talk. And the registers inside the CPU will be like, okay, we're on and we're off. So then that means that the registers outside the CPU will recognize that. And they will say, all right, instructions received. Very nice. So that is how a CPU can send signals back and forth and how it can communicate with ones and zeros. This is a very simplified way of doing it, but this is going to be the first lesson of many lessons where I teach how different computer parts communicate and talk with each other. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Did your drawing end up like this? I hope it's quite similar, but it's not too hard to draw, is it? Okay, see you in the next lesson.